This is the story on how I made the world's first Lego phone, or true brick phone. It's a story that's been 6 months in the making, and though not an entire success, it's kind of like my flightless bird. Kind of pointless, but entertaining to watch. Enjoy. I had to drive all the way out to Hartford, Connecticut to get to West Farms Mall, the only mall around that has a Lego store. So we're gonna check that out now. There it is. I have to go in and make sure they let me film. So they wouldn't let me record in there. They were very nice though. They called corporate and corporate said no. That because of deals and things like that. So I had to pick out all the parts. I got them here. So we're gonna go home and build this thing.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Well, I don't know what I've just done, but I've definitely done something. So this is the final result, at least I hope, of the Lego brick phone. It was a challenge, I will tell you, to get all the pieces lined up because the motherboard of the phone was so precise in its size that it happened to fit just perfectly in here, but getting the buttons were the biggest challenge. That was stupid, and some of them are good. Yeah, you can't hear that, but that's a good click. That's a good feel. But some of them are a little bit stiff, so I'm not sure how well this will work. The screen is a little bit cropped inside here, but the pieces I got, I'm very surprised that this window worked out so perfectly for the screen that I have there. And of course we have the antenna, which is a balloon. It's a Lego balloon. Of course, just for aesthetic. The camera is in the back of this phone, and in order to access it and the battery, you just pull down this here flap, and then the camera is right there. So it reminds me of like those super old cameras from like the early 1900s, where they like flip down the thing to take the picture, and then yeah. Anyway, so enough of that. The question is, will it turn on at this point? Do I actually have a phone? So let's find out. Wild success! I finally got it to turn on. Look at that! Look at that! No SIM card in right now, but why is it in English? No, I don't want it in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish! I accidentally selected the Spanish language when opening up the menu for the first time. Whoops! There's a slight possibility I may have just made the worst phone in the world. But we're not going to call it that in the title. Some of these buttons are stuck together. The fact that it's in Spanish doesn't help me since I am English, and not having and some of the buttons, when you press them, they press others. So it's very not helpful. I wanted it to be all genuine Lego, so that's why I went for the Lego buttons, but they are not very helpful. So I'm having some troubles here. Why can't I get the menu up? Some of these buttons seem to work. And then 5 months passed. And yeah, that really got away from me. So, as you can see, I have moved, and as you already know, if you're a follower of the channel, I moved. So that got in the way in finishing the phone, and a few other hiccups in not having the right size SIM card. Because the type of SIM card that this needs is a micro SIM, not a nano SIM, and nano SIMs are what's most widely available and what my phone uses and what, you know, pretty much everyone's phone that's new uses. I think they started transitioning to the nano SIM in 2015 or so. So yeah, I had to do a thing. Thankfully, I got a SIM card. It took a little hunting because I needed to find a SIM in a plan that would work without having to like buy a whole new plan, one that would be like, you know, I'd have to pay monthly for, and I don't even know if this phone's going to work. So I didn't want to waste any money on something that might not work. So I found this. Freedom Pop, apparently 100% free talk, text, and data. So the part where it's free is you get 200 minutes, 500 text, and 200 megabytes of data. I will not be browsing the internet with this phone, and I probably won't be doing much talking. I just need to, you know, get a phone call and see if it works. So this seemed like the perfect plan. That is a micro SIM. And if you can see the perforated line, that's to pop out to get a nano SIM. So it's just a wee bit smaller, but the micro SIM is the one that I need. So, another issue, as there are plenty with this phone, the SIM card is in there. And now that I have glued the battery in, it's gonna be difficult to get to because I don't think through things very well. Let's close this up and try to remove the tray, and I'm probably gonna have to blue-tack this SIM card in there, like everything else in my life. Surprised how it even still turns on with the abuse I put it through. Yeah, there's no way I can just push it in. I'm gonna have to remove this cover, hopefully without damaging anything. I'm not a very smart man. I shouldn't have glued this in like that. That was my fault. Okay, well, I can either try to remove it, which will definitely destroy everything, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to have to take this metal plate off. Yeah, the problem is I don't want to destroy everything. This is always the nerve-wracking part, because I always inevitably break something, but that's off. This isn't important, this is just to hold it in. It's okay, we'll just find another way to hold it in. I think that's in as properly as it'll go. Okay, I think that's in. So we're gonna get the good old blue tack and stick that in there, because it's worked so far. Should I be ashamed or proud of what I've done? I don't know, but I think that's in there now. Good as new. All right, let's give the screen a final wipe. Okay. Moment of truth, and frankly, I'm quite nervous because I want it to do only one thing. There is only one thing I care about: whether it can take a phone call. Let's get this powered on. Just getting it to turn on has always been a huge pain. Don't tell me like it's discharged already. All right, let's plug this bad boy in. Oh, no, I broke it. Oh, come on. Whoever designed this phone is an idiot. Let's get that plugged in. Oh no. Was it not even gonna respond to that? Ho ho! Ho! Ho ho ho! It's on. Okay, it's charging. How much charging? I see a loading screen. Come on, can I get it to be in English? No, not Netherlands. The only button that works is the up button. And of course, we already have a problem. No SIM card. So I somehow have it mounted incorrectly. Imagine that. So let's see if we can reposition that so that it accepts it. So to my dismay, even apart trying to fiddle with it, I can't get this SIM card to read, and I'm frustrated. Now, there could be a couple of reasons. One, I've supremely jacked up this phone, which, it's fair. Two, being the traditional micro SIM, there are 4 prongs on each side, the top and bottom, which it uses to identify it. Now, being just a perforation pop-out thingy, this only has 6 connecting points. So I imagine that since this is some sort of solution that, you know, this tends to work typically, it having 4 prongs makes me wonder if it needs all 4 on each side. So I don't know if that's what's getting behind it, but I'm starting to wonder how much more effort I should put into this. Yeah, I don't know, kind of a little frustrated. Well, I hope you were at least entertained by my project, though I know it wasn't a complete success. I was still kind of happy with how it looked and how it at least still turned on, although next time I'd like to have a phone that actually works as a phone. But this project isn't necessarily over. I'd like to restart and actually try to make one from scratch by using a Raspberry Pi motherboard. I've seen some people make some fairly successful phones out of it. It's just when recycling parts, Lego shapes and sizes are exact size, like they have these set sizes and you have to work with them, and that made it very challenging to make everything fit together. I tried again with a smartphone and even that didn't work. So I'm gonna have to actually build everything from scratch. And right now I just don't have the funds or the time to do that yet. And I had to release this video today, the last day of the year, for tax reasons. So I had to finish this video. Like I said, it's taken 6 months to get this far. And yeah, I hope you were entertained at least. I've got some big plans for next year. Actually, I'm gonna have like a big announcement on the other side. And yeah, we're gonna be doing some stuff. This was a huge year for me, and I appreciate all the support and all that you guys have done for me. And yeah, I'll see you next year.